is like a not a cool guy, and we're like, what the heck? How could he possibly have 3-0'd? It's that he was just on stream and lost.
Report the turns player for not being quad sleeved. I did message Dan, who's the one out there sending us information. Okay, he's literally just sending me sideboards rather than giving me information about what's going on. We might never know the answer to this. He just says yes.
What?
So...
What?
I guess I'll change him to 2-1. This must be the pair down, but that doesn't make any sense because we usually put the top table on here. Have you ever seen the quad sleeve turns player at the GPs?
Yes.
I've heard of that, yeah.
I've seen him on camera before. You have to be quad sleeved when you are playing a deck with as many expensive cards as that guy is, because all of his cards are max rarity.
Those dragon playmats are sweet. That is actually one playmat.
And it's custom. Made for this store, I believe. Actually, I don't know that.
It's not.
It probably came off of like custom, or what is it called? Inked playmats?
Something like that, yeah.
It's not entirely custom.
We are, at some point, apparently going to invest in one that has GameStorm logos on it, but we're not there yet.
Listen, don't say we.
That's true. I'm only the streamer.
Oh, hey. You also have the sideboards messed up because he didn't send you Brenton's sideboard again, and you put it over the other sideboard.
That's unfortunate.
Is there anyone playing Titan Shift? Yes, every week. Same guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, and I kind of feel bad, but he plays Titan Shift.
All right, so
do you know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name either.
Frick. Now I feel bad. He comes with Alexander most weeks.
Yeah. So blue-white turns. He does not have a second land in hand, by the way.
That's a problem.
I didn't see what he hit off of his scry, but that's a problem. Okay, he found a flooded strand. So this is a deck just looking to cantrip a bunch of times and
then
eventually find cards that draw multiple cards a turn, and then take a million turns and kill with either Jace, Inkmoth Nexus, or...
Yeah, the goal is to end up in a situation where the fact that your opponent doesn't take any turns ever is like good enough.
Yeah. Typically you also leverage As Foretold and Ancestral Visions. I'm not sure what they're arguing about right here.
I think what just happened is he
casted at Serum Visions and resolved it as if it was an opt. That is a flooded strand that does not tap for mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he cast the Serum Visions and resolved it as if it was an opt because he saw an opt in his hand.
Yeah, he meant to cast them in the other order.
So yeah, he went to scry and then just like revealed the opt out of his hand and said, "I'm doing this instead." Doesn't really matter because here he just ends up fetching and casting the Serum Visions anyway. Leaves a Terminus on top of his deck. So if Brenton just goes on in this Boggle here, he's going to be way behind. Griffspoon. He might be stuck on one land. Yeah, it looks like he is. So this Terminus is going to be miracled. And that Boggle is gone.
Griffspoon goes to the graveyard, sadly. Little cry coming from the little Griff on the boon.
I don't know. This keep seems very questionable.
For who?
Brenton. One lander that's not a green source.
He
looks like 2 creatures.
and they were both Bogles, so they can be cast off of no green.
He's just gonna fetch and represent Cryptic now. Yeah, he's got Cryptic and Dictate in hand.
Yeah, so he casts whichever one matters.
I can't think of many spells Brenton can cast that need to be countered here.
It looks like none. Looks like no spells can be cast.
Yep. End step, flash this in. He has another Boggle in hand that he chose not to cast.
I'm not sure what the point of that is. Might as well increase his clock, since none of the other spells in his hand can.
Finds a second land finally. Probably too late though. He has a Spear Dancer, a Boggle, and a huge pile of enchantments at this point. Someone's vacuuming somewhere.
It sounds like in my head. What the hell?
It sounds like in your head because it's being picked up by this mic and then going into your head.
Well, like when I take my headphones off for a second, it sounds like it's in the same place. It sounds like it's in the same place. Where is it coming from?
Have any of you played with the katana sleeves yet? And if so, are they worth it? Yes.
I actually love them.
They're actually the best sleeves I've ever played with. Not close. The store sold out of them immediately. And they are completely gone. You cannot buy them anywhere.
Basically.
John has told me that they have not been able to keep up with demand at all. And he doesn't know when he's getting more.
They're awesome. They're so awesome. They feel like Dragon Shields, which were the current or the previous best sleeve on the market, with one exception being that they fit the cards a little bit better and are better for double sleeving, and that shuffle feel actually feels like it's lasting longer.
Another thing that I've noticed, they don't get as dirty.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal because I sleeve my modern deck in them. That deck doesn't change a whole lot. I'd like to just be able to keep the same sleeves on it for a while. And if your sleeves are getting dirty constantly, you can't do that. This is very rough for Brenton. This Dictate's been in play for like 3 turns now, and it hasn't drawn him to a 3rd land.
So I used to love the KMC Hypermats. I'm assuming Hypermat is the line of KMC sleeves you're talking about. They changed the formula about 3 years ago, and they started ripping on me way more, and the shuffle feel started going down the drain.
Yeah.
They were my favorite sleeve, but I just couldn't keep playing with them after a while.
Yeah, I've got one of my modern decks sleeved in it right now. Kind of thinking about replacing them.
Yeah, this is exactly what Sean was looking to do. Every turn spell is basically free, untap, draw 2 more cards at minimum. Plays them an extra land basically every time. And he'll get to a point where he is so oversaturated on turns spells that he gets to cast them and still do things in the same turn.
Yeah, he just needs to find a win con here.
Or cast 2.
And it's not going to take him very long to find a win con when he's drawing so many cards every turn. Yep, time warp. Second dictate. Yeah,
I'm not. Yeah, Brenton should concede.
there's like no way he bricks here. It's actually not possible.
It's very. And what is possible is that Brenton is struggling for time to win a third game. So he should honestly concede and give himself higher odds here, I think. Hey, this deck plays that card.
It does play that card.
Surveil them both into yard. Now we're going to cast a, what is that one?
Time warp.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure it's better than Snapcaster Mage in this deck. You don't care about spells, really?
What's the alternate cost? What's a card with an alternate cost in this deck? Oh, the reason you play it is because, first of all, Surveil 2 is better than a body for this deck, actually. Second, the other reason is because you can awaken part the Water Veil.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Fourth dictate.
Oh no, he revealed one of the cards he drew.
Okay, he has an Inkmoth Nexus now.
Yeah.
So, like, he can actually just reveal his hand and say, I have this many turn spells. You're going to take 10.
He might not have enough yet. He's likely going to cast a Part the Water Veil soon. Awaken his Inkmoth. And then beat in twice. He doesn't actually have to have infinity turns anymore.
Yeah.
Brenton instead is going to take this time to try to figure out how to represent Infect on his life total app. Crap, I didn't think I would have to do this.
7 mana. Gonna take another turn.
Jeez. Brenton, please. Oh, no. Now he's going to cast 2 turn spells this turn, which means he'll have 2 loaded up, ready to go. Last card he's drawing.
I believe that last one was a Part the Water Veil.
Now he'll awaken it, spend his 1 mana to turn it into a 1/1 infecting, flying 7/7 land.
Yep.
And now the game's over. Brenton, concede, please. Oh, he just at least needs to know what the card does. Yeah, he already has both turns ready. He's going to hit you this turn. He's going to take an extra turn, hit you. If you can somehow deal with being alive at 15 infect, he's going to hit you again because he has a third extra turn.
Technically, he could have a path in his hand, but Sean did accidentally drop a remand on the table.
Yeah, this is very over. Sean doesn't even have to play any more spells. Brenton.
Yeah, that's when we scoop him up. That's definitely flipped.
These are flipped. Frickin' idiot. So, Brenton brings in Spell Pierce, or the Spell Pierces. Probably the Breston pieces. We did it. Found
Breston pieces? That's so bad.
It is. It is. Sean is going to bring in...
You don't bring in Mind Break Trap?
No.
Alright. Fair enough.
Sean is going to bring in Porphyry Nodes, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that card's kind of insane here.
Probably nothing else.
Nope.
Yeah, Porphyry Nodes is stupid good against Bogles.
It looks like he's boarding in several cards.
Maybe he brings in Giga Drowses. Because that at least like taps down lands and like makes it so he can't up his clock ever. Taking turns? Yes, he's taking turns. He actually just took like 12 in a row. Before he found even one win condition.
I want to try the Bant list with Wilderness Reclamation and Teferi. There's a Sultai Wilderness Reclamation deck that's been doing okay in Modern recently.
Is that fair Wilderness Reclamation, though? Like, cast, tap out, then get to be not tapped out?
Anything that you have to cast for 4 mana at sorcery speed pretty much automatically goes into the fair category. Without any sort of like mana acceleration to get into it. That's like,
I mean, if you if your deck is trying to say float mana before Wilderness Reclamation untap and then get a bunch more mana and do something with it, I would call that unfair Wilderness Reclamation. If your deck is trying to
just use it to hold up counter spells,
yeah,
that's like way too fair.
Well,
right?
here's the thing, like that sounds way too fair. Who knows? Runs Jin Cataxius. Does it?
Huh?
Does it? I want it to. I want it to.
I don't know this card. Hold on.
No. So he's got it typed out wrong. It's Jin Cataxius Core Augur. I think he's got it. It's like Gitaxian Probe, but Gitaxius. Just type in like the middle of the. No. Tax. Oh, there's a thing. Yeah.
There's no way. There is no way.
Saffron Olive had a tweet about it. Listen. Saffron Olive tweets about a lot of things. If this deck is running it, I'm very in though.
All right, how much does this card cost?
I'm not buying this one out because if you see it's an iconic
Wait,
Masters.
This is an iconic Masters rare? Never mind. Into the trash it goes.
It was in it was in Iconic Masters. It was in it's been in some Commander decks.
It's $6.25.
It was in what is the other deck or place? It was in New Phyrexia.
There's no way they're actually trying to play this card.
I don't know. You play Wilderness Reclamation on 4, turn 5. You go tap, untap, tap, flash in Jin Cataxius.
But this thing isn't actually good because you don't get to draw 7 immediately.
No.
They don't have to discard all their cards immediately unless they don't have a removal spell.
Hey, listen.
It's only a 5/4.
I hate my least favorite thing about Jin Cataxius is that every turn you have to discard hand size with it.
Yeah.
You like mill yourself like in like 4 or 5 turns. So then run Arbor Elf and Utopia Sprawl to get turn 3 Teferi and turn 2 Reclamation, and they ramp it. Emrakul the Promised End. That's actually yeah, you can do that because you go like. Arbor Elf, Utopia Sprawl, 4 mana, make Reclamation. Next turn, get 6 mana untap with Wilderness Reclamation, get 4 more mana, so you can cast a 10 mana spell by turn 4. Yeah, and then you cast Jin Gataxias.
Oh yeah, that's the one that like breaks the game. Like, it wasn't over before that, but as soon as he comes down, it's over.
Listen, what other 10 mana spells are you casting at instant speed? Give me one. Give me one.
I don't know. Repeal for X
is 9? No, you're not repealing anything for X equals 9. I'm pretty sure repeal doesn't say less or
also,
less.
What card is that?
What, Stubborn Denial?
No, the one he just cast.
Aha, I can't tell.
I think it's a counter spell of some sort. What? Oh, Secure the Wastes.
Yeah, that goes into the... Oh, it's Boomerang. It's a Boomerang.
Oh, okay.
He was trying to bounce the Curious Obsession so that way Daybreak Coronet would fall off. Oh, so that's why he boards in more cards. Boomerang.
Sure.
Because that interaction's pretty sweet. But he's Stubborn Denial to get rid of it. Secure the Waste makes Warriors. Warriors. You must secure the
You also
waste.
forgot about... Wait, no. Entreat the Angels is...
Sorcery.
Sorcery speed, okay.
Well, so here's the issue, right? All the good payoffs I can come up with are not in Sultai. This is a Sultai deck.
No. This is Bant.
What?
There is a Sultai deck that exists.
The Bant one. Okay.
You could also just play Sphinx's Rev.
I can't come up with any good Sultai payoffs, though.
I don't know. I mean, I can just look up the list.
Please do. In the meantime, Sean is like almost dead. Like big time dunzo. Oh, it's a teachings deck?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a teachings deck.
You play a Consume the Meek? That one's an instant.
And you just have this.
You play 1 Nexus? That doesn't seem very good. Blue Sun Zenith? Okay. This deck is not getting paid off very much.
Yeah.
This deck is fair. This is just a fair reclamation deck.
I don't like this. Yeah, this is like...
I told you. You're just fair teachings.
Blue Sun Zenith is like the most boring payoff. Yeah, no. This deck sucks. I'm all in on this Bant one.
Actually,
play Crew Fix? No.
No, this deck should just be, This deck should just be 4 colors. Splash,
Splash white?
No. It should be base Bant. You splash black for Teachings Flashback and...
Jin Gataxias has Flash, so Teachings can grab it.
I'm not playing this. No, you should... You should... Oh my gosh. You should play Teachings still and have a few cool things to hit.
Hydroid Crisis. That does not have Flash.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's the problem. Is that Wilderness Reclamation is not good with... Like, Wilderness Reclamation can't be a ramp spell if the thing doesn't have Flash. No, but you should have like a bunch of one-off payoffs in this deck. Excuse me, the life totals are incorrect still. Brenton is at 27 life.
If you're wondering why I'm not commentating this game, it's because it was probably over like turn 2.
Yeah.
Leyline of Anticipation. Yeah, never mind, you got us.
We found the line. That was it all along. Although, sadly, Leyline of Anticipation does not make it so you can Mystical Teachings for anything in your deck.
Yeah. That would be,
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Tutors with Flashback. Bring up Increasing Ambition, please. Do you know this one?
I don't think so. I've definitely read it before.
Yeah, bring this up. Look at that. Tutors with flashback. The increasing cycle was sweet. The only issue is who would ever pay 5 for a tutor on the front side?
Nobody.
If you pay 8 for it, you get 2 cards. But that just sucks. This deck or this game is very over, by the way.
Yeah, Sean just burned a cryptic to not die.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do that a few times. Rest in peace in play. Making things much harder for Sean. Time warp.
All right, let's get a redraw towards another cryptic.
That was a time warp. The fact that he did not have a what is it of Krufix?
No dictate, no howling mine in the first few turns.
Yeah.
Probably means he can't come back here. Yep.
Oh, he doesn't have lands to keep playing, so these redraws are gonna run out eventually.
Yeah, there's like no value to these. I don't see a cryptic in hand. So how is he not dead?
Listen, dude, he's not dead because he just isn't.
That's a mission briefing.
What is this doing?
That's gonna get the cryptic.
Oh my god. If he has an opt? No, he clearly doesn't.
Mission briefing. He has an opt in hand.
Oh, no, he's gonna opt, scribe to the bottom.
He chose to cast nothing with his mission briefing.
Yeah.
Or no, he probably targeted something,
No,
right?
rest in peace is in play.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he just oh no.
He did it looking for Terminus. Finds it on top, opts into it, and miracles it. That was actually kind of sweet.
Immediately has a creature.
No, poor Sean.
Yeah, and he still can't go off from nothing. He has a second Terminus. He could just throw Terminus at this Glade Cover Scout.
Doesn't seem very, very good to me, but he might die if he doesn't. He's got a Daybreak and another Glade Cover.
Yeah, it's really not hard to put together 4 points of damage, but he doesn't have it here.
Daybreaks don't go to exile if they see each other. Once you bounce, if he has 3, in that case, what was it, 2?
Yeah,
Daybreaks.
2.
They see each other now. They don't say something not enchant creature not enchanted by a Daybreak Coronet. They say enchanted by another aura, and technically Daybreak Coronet is another aura.
All right, so he kind of gets to refill his hand here.
He might win this game now, especially considering he has Porphyry nodes in his deck.
Yeah.
And now he has a lot of chances to redraw towards it.
Yeah, he's trying to
do the math. I want to say that was a mission briefing. Destroying Brenton's deck in the process.
Cast Terminus. Brenton has a second creature. Okay, he's just going to take this turn off then. Giving him extra draws like this is kind of dangerous, but at the same time, he can't kill with no creature in play. So yeah. Sean at least gets one more turn.
If Brenton has another creature, he should be playing it out right now.
Does he not even have an enchantment to put on it?
I have no idea.
I guess he doesn't need to play it out this turn, right?
No.
He has so much mana he can wait, see if he gets to untap with his creature or not.
What is that card he has 2 of sitting in the front of his hand? Is it Slippery Bogle? I think he should have played out more creatures if he had them.
Yeah, that's a Slippery Bogle. He doesn't know that he needs to play around Porphyry nodes, but
I think I know he doesn't like actually know, but like matchup knowledge wise, you should like have an inkling that that's a card they can have. And there's no like downside to doing it that way. Sean gonna just like use every last life point he has to make sure he can do this.
It's over, right?
Not quite.
I think it's still possible to brick from here.
Well, it's possible to brick. It's possible that he doesn't find a win con fast enough and decks himself. Like there are a few things that can go wrong here still. Are they unlikely? Absolutely, but they're real chances. Time warp.
He gets to start time warping and activating Mikakoro every
Or
turn,
cast
or
it,
do that.
Another dictate. Three cards drawn this turn. I did not. Oh, never mind. He has temporal manipulation, I think. Or mastery, sorry.
Yep. For the plan is part the water veil. He needs to find it quick.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he also needs to find a land to put it on. I mean, he could put it on an island, but then it can be blocked. So he has to take an extra turn to kill with it. It was a time warp.
We're in good shape here. Boomerang.
Yeah.
Now this should be that should be pretty helpful, because now it means his mission briefings get to start doing things.
Yeah, because that lets him reuse these turn spells in case he doesn't draw into.
And he has a briefing in hand already, so that means he has an extra turn stocked up already. His fail rate going down by the minute.
Yeah.
Porphyry nodes, absolutely amazing. Now it doesn't really matter if he fails because he doesn't die instantly.
How is this game not over? It's not over because Brenton is not conceded.
And because there is still an extremely low fail rate. It's there. It's almost zero, but it's there. If Brenton had played multiple creatures on his last turn.
He is drawing too many cards and has no win con right now.
Yeah.
It is very possible that he finds a win con that is not fast enough for him to win the game before running out of cards. Also, Brenton is at 27. If he has to kill with regular damage and not infect, the extra turns that he would have to take might be enough extra turns that he runs out of cards.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to go for it here. That is only 6 damage, which means he's going to have to attack in 5 times. And there's a path. So he boarded in Path to Exile for this.
Or had some in the main.
Oh, yeah, that's also possible. Yeah, he might just not find a win con now. He's drawing 4 cards a turn. And I haven't seen any other win cons out of his deck yet. Can't tell how many cards are in his deck, but it's definitely like under 20 at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Infect is the only way to kill fast enough.
I think he knows that, otherwise he would have cast this Part the Water Veil with Awaken already.
Yep. So he completely skips Surveilling because he wants to leave both cards on top with his mission briefing, regardless of what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Infect still kills in 2 turns. I can't tell if he has enough cards to be able to take 2 turns. But he would have to, like, find Inkmoth Nexus. Is he going to...
For what it's worth, Awakening gives the land haste.
Is he going to bounce one of his dictates? Is that what's happening? Yeah.
What was the other mode? Tap all creatures.
Yeah. Okay. He has an Inkmoth Nexus in hand.
Oh, okay, cool. Then he's got it. Because he's got to part the Water Veil. As long as he's not going to die to these dictates.
Yeah, I can't tell how many cards are left.
3.
If he plays it this turn, can't attack with it this turn.
No. He can. Part the Water Veil, or Awaken gives haste.
Oh, okay.
They intentionally did that so that way you wouldn't choose the wrong land and be sad. Like,
yeah.
I chose the wrong island on MTGO. Now I can't attack. But in this case, it actually is like a buff to the mechanic, not just like a quality of life thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think
He should have it.
bouncing the dictate probably won him the game there. That looks like just barely more than 3 cards.
Yeah. If it's 4 cards, it saved him. If it's 5, he wasn't gonna die either way. Dasa. All right.
It looks like 5 cards. Did he not attack?
Does he not know that Awaken gives haste?
He must not.
That
There's no way that looks like 1 card. Maybe 2.
Yeah, he should be dead then. If he had a second part, the Water Veil, he could have Awakened to give more counters.
Yeah,
Can you pull up part the Water Veil? That one has Awaken reminder text. I want to make sure that I didn't remember that wrong. Although I played with this card a lot.
it does give it haste.
Untap. What are we doing?
Mission briefing, cryptic, bounce a dictate. That doesn't work. Those trigger in your upkeep.
No. Does it?
Dictate?
Read Dictate. Pull Dictate up to make sure.
Oh, he's got 3 cards left. It actually just doesn't matter. He didn't even need to do that.
Do Dictates trigger in your upkeep? I could have swore they just say you draw an extra card in your draw phase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was what I thought.
Okay, so didn't read the reminder text. However, it was 1 card off from mattering.
Yeah, it didn't